being able to get what I wanted took me into my bad habits. Know that my habits were bad, but kind of got me heavy, essentially. I probably remember me starting to get heavy when I was about P4, P5. I would go to the van, I'd get a hot dog, a bottle of Lucozade, orange, energy, a bottle of Volvic, and a pound of rings. For 2.5 years, I just had that unhealthy relationship with food and knowing how to fuel my body.
When did you start to see the change then, the results? When did that come?
I started seeing changes pretty quickly. My gym is in the middle of Blackhill.
What's the name of it?
Diamond Fit Training Gym. So it's literally a community gym, mate. The ethos behind it is, it's what I wish I had when I was going through my journey. People can go in and train at their own, train how they want, train how they like, and feel comfortable in the community environment.
Aidan Diamond, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Jim.
No, it's great to see you, mate, and it's good to have you on. An inspirational story. But before we get right into that story, talk me through what you have going on, the now and the present, with your business and all the stuff that's happening, mate.
So, currently I'm 5 days out for my last bodybuilding show. This is me 27 weeks deep in a dieting phase, so my face is all drawn in and my energy's negative, but I'm still putting on a show, ain't I? So I've got 5 days to go, and then I can get a right good pizza in me. Business is booming. Business is the best I've ever been, to be quite honest with you. I've got my own gym, I've got my own personal training business, my own online coaching, I've got my own flat. It's moved out and grown up, and everything along the lines. It's just sort of 2024 has been a good year so far, and I can see it only getting better through what's happened in the last couple of years to bring me here sitting with you talking about my story, and hopefully inspire some people through the show and let some other people see what's actually happening and what can be done.
No, it's great to hear, mate, and it is an inspirational story, and so we'll dive right into it now. So if you can take me back to at the start, your first chapter, early memories of childhood.
So I came back to the start of early childhood. I was always a spoiled wee bastard when I was growing up. Like, never get told no with anything I wanted. Like, family holidays, I've always been for a home with my mum and dad were both there. Very, very supportive family. Like, even just for the full family, always supportive. Like, family holidays, I went to Florida every year. Very, very spoiled. So it was always like, never getting told no was probably a downside to why we're sitting here talking as well. And like that, being able to get what I wanted took me into my bad habits. Know that my habits were bad, but kind of got me heavy, essentially. I had a good upbringing in Blackhill. Obviously, you know, we're 2 minutes for the scheme. That I was sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? Sheltered. In a sense, I was for a wee street away from everybody in Blackhill. So I was at where all the old people stayed, so I wasn't brought up in about the nitty gritty of what they call the Gaza Strip, which is Greenside Street. I was out the way and I was always kind of just sheltered. So if I ever wanted crisps, sweeties, chocolate, it was there. But it was never a case of, oh, just go and get what you want. It was a case of, if you want it, you can have it. So that was where my youngest memory was probably I've like never been told no, and that's kind of how I'm the way I'm these days.
So see, even going through school and stuff like that, were you always heavy as a kid?
I probably remember me starting to get heavy when I was about P4, P5. Even looking back at primary school photos for my communion, we found one last week when something happened in my mum and dad's house, and my dad was looking through photos and we found a photo of me standing there in my communion outfit. So what age do you make your communion? Was it P4, P5?
Around about that age.
And I was getting the wee ball face, the wee sort of round shape that somebody my age shouldn't have had. And the reason I had that shape wasn't because I loved crisps, I loved sweeties, I loved chocolate. It was fizzy juice. Like every day, my routine, I went to St Gilbert's. Did you go there?
No, I
No.
was St Thomas's.
So I saw you were Ridley. Aye, so my mum and dad literally they stayed in the Germiston flats with my sister. When I was born, they moved to Blackhill, but that's how we know each other. Is your dad stayed upstairs for my mum and dad in Germiston, so that's how I went to St Gilbert's Primary School. And every day for as P3, when I walked out to St Gilbert's, I used to always have £1 to spend, and I would walk round to the shop and I would get a 2 litre bottle of Bars cream soda. And that would do me for the walk up the road with my dad, 'cause my dad never drove when I was at school, so we used to walk up Royston Road, by the Rock Park, by the car auctions, through Blackhill, into the house. And by the time I'd finished my dinner, after my dinner, time I was got to my bed, I'd scudded a 2 litre bottle of cream soda. It was like addictive. It was the sugar in it, like now that taste of just sweetness. That was the thing that I could always remember was my weakness.
It's like what you were speaking about with having an addictive personality. So when you're that age, the memories, what about teenage years then? Was the weight still gaining?
Aye, so teenage years, the weight would always continue to gain because it was still that same thing. Like, tried when I was younger, like my mum and dad tried to help me, like, it was Weight Watchers was a thing. So like, you can't put a 11-year-old boy to Weight Watchers. So what would happen is my mum would go to Weight Watchers. She wouldn't need it, but she would go and then she'd bring whatever she was learning back to the house. But you can only, I'll say it my thing as well, you can only take a horse to the water, you can't make it drink it. I wanted the sweeties, I wanted the juice. It wasn't my portion control. I was always well fed. Like my mum would make good dinners. I say good dinners. There were dinners that were nutritionally valued, like the good nutrients in them. My dad, he just loved council dinners, so it'd be like chopped pork, chips and beans for my dad for my dinner. But trying to tell somebody at the age of 11 you're overweight, it's like, no, I'm just a wean. It's puppy fat. It'll grow out it, and it's that kind of self over there. Like how am I, a 11-year-old boy or 10-year-old boy with probably sitting double the weight that he should be, and you don't realise until you get to later on in life and you look back and you go, I was actually a shitload overweight than what I should have been. Like all my pals in primary school were sitting probably the way they should have been. They looked how society would see a 10, 11-year-old boy looking, whereas I was just a wee ball. I looked at my dad. My dad's nickname's Double. So then in Blackhill, all the older boys, they just started calling me Double because I was the double with my dad. It was just the two of us had the exact same shape. Now, my dad's probably getting called Double because he's trying to look like me. that's what we say.
Oh, that's brilliant. So when you're moving into, so you're coming out of the school years into early adulthood, what was your life like then? Did the weight, was it still, was you getting heavier, and what sort of journey were you on?
So gone through like that was primary school. Going into secondary school, I was just continuing to get heavier, but it wasn't an unhealthy rate. It was just getting a bit older, your metabolism obviously adapts, get a bit heavier, when you go to school at 5 every day. So then when I went to secondary school, I went to All Saints. So at All Saints there's nothing about. You can walk 5 minutes that direction and you've got a snack van. You can walk a couple of minutes in that direction and you've got a roll shop, or else you can stay in the school and get absolute nothing. Nothing but the shite food that they were giving you in the dinner school, or else the ice cream van used to park on the main road of the school. So I'd go to school every morning with my fiver. The first thing I'd do when I'd walk up, I'd make sure I was late so that I'd have an excuse to go in a bit later, so that I could wait till the roll shop was quieting down and I'd get a roll sausage before I go to school for my breakfast. I'd then have maybe a packet of crisps or something on that breakfast break. Now that first you'd come interval, I'd have a bottle of water. I've always drink a lot of water, so I'd have a bottle of water and a packet of crisps or something like that. And then lunchtime every day, as soon as I got out of first year you weren't allowed out of school, so I used to go with a packed lunch. So I'd go with my 2 rolls, whatever was on them, like ham, like corned beef, whatever it was on them, a yoghurt, bar of chocolate, crisps, and a nice lunch that my mum would make me that people in the school wouldn't have had. I was seen as one of these ones. He's well fed at the house, man, because look at the lunch he's getting me. He's getting me a Michelin star pack lunch pretty much.
I know, I used to only get a dinner ticket, Aidan.
Literally, and that's it. People go to a dinner school and they're getting a wee pizza slice, and I'm sitting there like a king with a 4-course meal for my lunch. But as soon as it got to second year and you were allowed out of school, the first thing I would do was go to the ice cream van, and probably for the 2.5 year that I was at school, like for second year, I would go to the van, and I'd get a hot dog, a bottle of Lucozade, orange, energy, a bottle of Volvic, and a pound of rings. So that was what, £3, and then I would maybe have a pound change. So that would get you a packet of crisps. So it would be a packet of Thai sweet chicken McCoys. Sometimes the only thing it would change was instead of getting a hot dog, it'd be a Coke noodles, depending if it was cold or not. So it would be Coke noodles, a pound worth of gums, a bottle of Lucozade, a bottle of water, and a packet of crisps for 2.5 years.
So that's what I mean. It's like becomes routine.
Aye.
Routine eating junk food, processed food. The weight's just gaining all the time, and it's hard to break the habits. It's like we spoke about. You've got this addictive personality. So when that does become routine, that's just what you're doing all the time, constant. So take me in, see when you moved through the school era into adulthood, right, early teens. What was your life like then?
So I was always, I wasn't ever one of these ones that I would sit and no dating. When I finished school, the first thing I'd done was I'd always go to the youth club, or I'd go out with the pals I'd met in school. So I'd go to the youth club, but then it would be the exact same process of, right, the youth club in Blackhill started at 6 o'clock. So what you'd do is you'd meet your pals at 5:30 at the shop, and you'd get a scran, so you'd go to the chippy, and you'd get whatever you were getting for the chippy. You'd get a couple of sweeties to go into the club with, where you were playing football, pool, table tennis, just doing things like that allowed you to socialise with foot being out in the scheme, because there was nothing to do. In Blackhill there wasn't anything to do. It was a case of, right, you can walk about the streets and get into trouble, or else you can go into the youth club and be looked after and have a good time with them. So it was back to that sort of habit of the food remained the same once I finished school. So that was me having my dinner. If I wasn't having my dinner, I'd go and get something for the chippy, because it was a Friday, Saturday night, a Thursday, Friday, Saturday night, so 3 nights a week where you're getting a takeaway. At 16, I wasn't unhealthy, because through the youth club as well, we used to play fives every Monday. They used to take us every Monday to play a game of five-a-sides. It was, now, have you ever heard of that? A&M,
Aye.
the Street League. We used to play for them on a Friday night. By the way, what a team we were. I was a goalie, so I wasn't one of these ones. I was out running about, but I've always played football. I was a wee guy right up. Like, I wasn't ever unfit for me being fat. I was always shit hot in goals. And it was like, one thing I always remember was somebody said to me, what is it? How the fuck are you going to hold that? How are you going to hold that? You can hold a cheeseburger. I'm like, alright, okay. So it was always just be daft things in my head that allowed me to be, I'm going to prove this cunt wrong. So like, because I was always smaller, I would sometimes get lobbed for the halfway line, but I would always then make saves that nobody expect you to make, like ones that are coming in tap corners and you'd save them, or doing it at people's feet, and I was always fast off my line. So it wasn't a case of like, I just didn't do it, and I didn't just eat for the sake of it. I was still doing what any normal teenage boy should do, like out playing football, out socialising with pals. I just had that unhealthy relationship with food and knowing how to fuel my body.
But it just shows you, because what you're speaking about there's no many options when you're growing up in that environment. But even though you weren't involved in like the street gangs, the drugs, the alcohol, the chaos, you were still addicted to junk food.
Aye.
So it was still a massive problem, because it would really like wreak havoc on your health as you were growing up in a way.
Aye.
And then that's when you would need to start changing things. So take me past that then, right? So into your teenage years, early adulthood.
So into my early adulthood, like, my first job was when I was 16. I got a job in Asda, and I fucking hated school. But school wasn't for me, so I was like, as soon as I got to the age of 16 where I could leave, the first thing I done was like, right, I'm going to get a job in Asda, because my mum was a gaffer, so she kind of helped me get my foot in. So that allowed me to take a escape out of school and just make a bit of money and enjoy making money. But for there, that was me 16. My pals had all sort of fell away for the youth club. They were out getting their buds, and again, I was one of these ones that, if it wasn't the birds that interest me, that I was merry to, oh, aye, you're cute, you're like a pal, because I was fat. It was like, I fucking see what happens, you can see where you're, like, I was funny as a pal, and that was probably Welsh thing. I've got a lot of female pals because of that. Like, it wasn't a case of, oh, you're ugly, or you're fat. It was a case of a good pal. So that it was like, I always became pals with the lasses. So when all my pals started like falling away for the group, and they and their birds would go to their house, or they would go out for dinner, I was like, fuck this, man, I'm bored, man. Like, what's I got to do? I started volunteering in the youth club, and I was like, you know what, there's something I can do here to keep myself busy instead of sitting in the house. I can go out to the youth club and still have a laugh with the younger ones that are coming through for Blackhill, that they could easily go down the path of what their uncles and that done, going gang fighting and trying to pull things back, or else we can help them become this sort of next side of the generation to come through and keep a sort of a legacy going through Blackhill, and try and stop the knife crime, and keep the football team going, keep the kayaking going, keep the ski lessons going. Everything that I had sort of done as a young person, I had started to volunteer my time to take the young people through that, but it wasn't for their benefit, it was more for my benefit. So I had still had something to do, as well as I was working part-time. I was able to volunteer hours that I could still do the things that I enjoyed more than no enjoy.
So using that experience then, the kayaking, the volunteering, I know you spoke to me about you were offered a job abroad.
Aye, so...
What age were you then?
What am I around? 20, 25. So I got offered that job when I was 21. So I kind of got full time. So the volunteering led me into doing an apprenticeship with St Paul's. For the age of 18 to 21, I just done as much course as I could. So I was like taking opportunities to, I get sent to Denmark for a training course. I get sent to Georgia, which by the way is one of the maddest places you ever see. It's like, you could be 1 minute you're in this big city that's London, and the next minute you're in a third world country where there's houses with no windows. It's such a weird wee country. I get put through my kayaking instructor, my skiing instructor. What else? The bike ability, so I'd go and teach young people how to cycle. So the opportunities that gave me through the volunteering at 16 to the apprenticeship at 18 to I was 21 as a full-time member of staff, I decided, I was like, you know what, there's something else I can do here. I've been working in Blackhill for 3 years now. Why not try something else? So I applied for a job with Camp America. And it was like a Thursday morning at 10 o'clock. I got an email and the woman's like, I always remember her name was like Shannon Lammy, and I was like, that's a pure weird name, who's emailing me with that address? I think it was like a BAMUP email address. And it's like, hi Aidan, can we schedule a call please? I'm from, in the camp, it's called Camp Fuller. It's like YMCA Camp Fuller. I was like, YMCA? I was thinking somebody's standing there wanting to dance with me. And I was looking at it, I was like, I no worries. So I've been on the call with this lassie, and the only thing I can describe her background, have you ever seen American Pie? See when Jim's there is the when he's at the camp and he's like the guidance counsellor and he's got that wee office, it's like a log cabin. That was her background. It was like these logs were behind her. I was like, fuck, what's going on here? So the woman's kind of sat and she's told me a bit about what they offer, and she's like, listen, I've seen your CV. What you have done within, like what you have told us in your application form is exactly what we're looking for. We've got our own boats, we've got our own jet skis, we've got skateboarding ramps, we've got bikes, we've got everything on this camp where disadvantaged young people from Rhode Island come here for a week at a time. They'll come and spend a week where they're away for their families and they're kind of getting that bit of respite for the normal lives to live, where they could be living in absolute shitholes in the middle of Rhode Island. I didn't get to see it. So I was like, right, okay. I was like, that sounds pretty interesting. I had another couple of calls with like different camps that were like maybe religious camps, and I was like, do you know what, man, that's not what I want to be doing. And this woman here has just sold me a dream basically. And she said to me, she's like, right, because of your experience and your background through youth work, we want to offer you a job as a manager on the outdoor education team. So I'd be in charge of a full team for not even the UK or America, for all of the world. There was like a guy from Turkey that I was going to be the gaffer of, pretty much like helping him lead the activities. I wouldn't be there directly leading them, but I'd be helping the team with them. So I was like, wow man, it sounds ideal. At the time, you weren't getting much money, you had to pay to actually go there, but then you go right back, like a reimbursement sort of thing.
What age are you at this time?
So I was 20, no, it was 21. So it was September in 2019. I turned 21 in the June. So my 21st birthday, I'd weighed 22 stone. So literally, you've probably seen the photos on my Instagram of me storing in my 21st birthday suit and that, and quite buzzing. So that was the June, my 21st. I turned 21 in September. No, I turned 21 in the June, and this was the September. It's 19th of September. It was when I had the call, and I came after the call when I was a bit of realisation. I was like to myself, she's just offered me a job where I'm going to be working on the water all day as a kayak instructor, as a sailing instructor. So it's going to take me to be in the heat of America in the middle of summer, uncomfortable with my body weight, my shape. I was like, what needs to happen here? Something needs to change. So the first thing I done was I came off the call and I was like to my dad, by the way, I've just been offered a job in America. He's like, would you, like, when? I was like, they're asking me to go the first week in May. So that was September, they're asking me to go the first week in May. He's like, brilliant man, you taking it? I was like, I think so. He said, what are you doing now? I said, well, I start work at 2 o'clock. This was 11 o'clock. I was like, so I'm just going to go up to the gym. So I had a membership for Pure Gym for a year and a half, paying the 20 quid a month, never used it.
Is this you at your heaviest at this point?
This is me at my heaviest.
22 stone?
22 stone 10.
22 stone 10?
22 stone 10 I was.
So right away, you've got that option of the job, and you're thinking to yourself, right, I need to change myself here.
Aye.
And you go to the gym.
Go to the gym, so what I done was put on a pair of shorts, right? But under my shorts I had a pair of Under Armour skin tight shorts, and I put on a Under Armour tap that I'd wear to play football, a short sleeved one that I'd always wear under my goalie tap because I found it helped me in a wee bit. So I'd always played football, like again Saturday mornings, but I'd always wore a tight Under Armour so that it didn't make me look as big as what I was. So I put that on to go to the gym, and I put a big oversized t-shirt on, and I went in. The first thing I've done was I just went on a bike, but as I was sitting on the bike and on YouTube, and I just sat and done a bit of research about what I need to do to lose weight. It wasn't a case of I'm just going to go to the gym. I was like, right, what do I need to do to lose weight? I could waste a bit of time and just fuck about on a bike or go on a treadmill. But as I sat on that bike for 15 minutes to warm up, I just designed myself a wee workout plan on my phone, on my notes. So it was, I started on a Monday with training legs because I didn't work on Monday. Monday was my day off, so I knew I could go as hard as I wanted on a Monday and train my legs, and then do a 30-minute cardio session. A Tuesday, I would do a push session because what I figured out was everybody trains chest on a Monday. So then if I done it a Tuesday, I would get the free roam of the machines and the dumbbells. A Wednesday, I would do a pull session. A Thursday, I would go back and do legs. And I would just follow that cycle unhealthily at the gym 7 days a week, thinking that that was what I needed to be doing because I didn't know better at the time. I was like, oh, if I do more, I'll improve more.
Again, that addictive personality kicking in.
Personality, that sort of thing, like I'm just going to enjoy it. But after the sort of first 2-3 weeks, I was in bits. My body was fucking killing me. I was like, I need a rest here. I was like, no, you're not resting, you're just going to keep going. Like, I've got a goal, I've got a time-bound goal that I need to be. I want to be in this position. I'm not going to go there and be like, I wish I'd done this, I wish I'd done better. By the time May comes, I'm going to continue through it. So what I done was I figured out how to track my calories. So I downloaded the MyFitnessPal app. I worked out what my calories should be by using like YouTube guides of like different coaches and finding out what I need to be doing. So I had to be hitting my protein goal. I need to be making sure my carbs are in to make sure that I'm still getting fuel for my body. I need to make sure my fats are in a good position, obviously for hormone function and balance. And then I had to make sure that my water intake was higher than what it ever was, because people don't realise it's like, oh, drink a bit of water. But if you're heavy, you need to be drinking well water to keep yourself hydrated. So I'd done all that sort of stuff. I was hitting my steps, hitting my cardio, and got my work. The biggest thing for me when I was in St Paul's was my shift pattern was a bit erratic. So it was, like I said, when we were young people, that habit continued the full way through. I would go to the shop before I started my shift and I'd get a packet of packet of gums. It was always Haribo's a sports mix with my gums. Like I could easily sit the other and skid a packet of gums without realising. I'd get a big bottle of Volvic water, but then it would be on your long days, a Thursday, you would start at 9 in the morning till 9 at night, so a big 12-hour shift with your breaks in between, obviously. But me and all the guys worked with, it would be, right, your first break was at 12, so you'd go and get something for the snack van. Your next break was then at 6, so you'd then go and get something quick, because you only get in those breaks, so it would be like Black Roosters, KFCs, McDonald's, Chinese, eating quick to have something to eat, because although we had a kitchen there, if it's a long day and you can't be fucked making something, it's like, right, just give me something. So that was something that I had to cut out straight away, and I had to say to them, listen boys, I'm going to just do my thing, I'm going to bring my food in with me. So for me, going and getting 2 rolls and sausage and bacon for Paul's snack van every morning, I would take in my 4 Weetabix, my protein shake and my banana every morning. That was my first meal. I then get this meal prep called Muscle Food. So it would come in these wee tubs, and it was just because it was simplicity for me. I'd pay 40 quid a week, and they would send me 10 meals, and it would be like high protein, like jerk chicken and rice, and it slowly came to the realisation that they were me filling me, and I was still sitting with this like sort of, I'm still fucking hungry after I'm eating these, what do I need to do? So then back to that thing, I would go and research, right, how do I prep my own meals? So I'd keep all the wee tubs, and that addictive personality again, I like shit to be simple, I like my routine, so I would just make the same meal for 4 days in a row. So I'd have chicken pasta for my lunch, chicken rice for my dinner, my Weetabix, my banana, my protein shake, a protein bar, and an apple or a pear. So I was probably under eating at the time, no realising that I could have got away with eating my calories. So that's probably how my routine continued to go through, was that wee twig of I knew something had to change. When it did change, it was the case of, right, I need to tell other people what's happening.
When did you start to see the change then, the results? When did that come?
I started seeing changes pretty quickly with how my clothes were fitting. So I started taking progress photos. So in my bathroom every Monday, I would take my photos in my ma's mirror, and I would just upload them into my hidden file in my app. I didn't want to see them, so I didn't want to be looking at these photos in my camera roll every day. So I'd do instead a hidden folder, and I still go to my phone to this day so I can look back. But I would take game every Monday. So I've probably seen results about 6 weeks. I think I lost about a stone within my first 6 weeks, probably close to 2 stone 12 weeks in, which is quite hefty. Today it's sustainable because I had the weight to lose. I had the body fat to utilise as energy. So for me, losing the weight, it was pretty quick. But also because I was seeing the people I was working with, they were saying to me, oh, for fuck's sake, man, you're looking good. You can see you're looking good. What if you drop now and it's at 2 stone down now? That's me. And then it's like, oh, I'm 2.5 stone down now. And you're constantly playing a wee battle where you're, right, somebody's going to ask me this week, what am I going to be doing? So I'd be constantly chasing, like, right, I'm another £2 down this week, I'm another £1 down this week. There we go. So back then it was always pounds I was working in stones. Now, see if you were to tell me like pounds and stones, I'm like, what the fuck is that, man? I like to work in kilograms, and it's easier.
But it's like that natural high when people are saying to you, you're looking good and you're putting the work in, and then you start to think to yourself, that gives you more drive, and then as you said, that addictive personality, everything, it kicks in and it just keeps you moving forward towards your goals. So moving past that, before starting this job then, what happened? Something happened, didn't it?
Aye, so that was like I said, the September 2019, and we then fast forward a couple of months, and the thing that made a break most people, COVID, wasn't it? So lockdown hit on the March.
You're supposed to be starting this new job. I was
supposed to start Camp America in the May. So for September to March, I was in the gym 7 days a week doing what I was doing, and then March came, Nicola Sturgeon came onto the telly. That's it, gyms are shut, we're locked down, we can't do it, and we can't get out, we can't go to the pub, we can't fucking see your pals. And I was like, shit, what am I going to do here? I was like, this is either, by this point I'm what, 4 stone down, probably a kicking a balls at 5 stone down, and I can remember I was sitting in my room and I was like, right, I was on the Xbox with my pals at the time, couldn't do anything else, so I was like, right, fuck it, finish work for the night, I'm going to sit on GTA, and we're sitting, and I was like, right, this is going to go 2 ways here. I can either sulk and go, alright, fuck what we're going to do, or else I can find a way around it. So my way around that was Amazon probably made an absolute fortune for selling resistance bands. So I went on to Amazon, just bought myself a bag of resistance bands, and I was using half slabs round my dad's back garden to do squats, to do bench presses, to just get my body moving. And I had a bike that I paid a fortune for. Well, I didn't pay a fortune for, my mum paid a fortune for this bike that sat in the shed. I think it was about $1,000 or something, and I'd been on it twice. I was like, I said the bike's coming out of the shed, so I was then going to cycling 30k every day. So I would go from my house in Blackhill up in the Huggy twice, and then out the back of the Huggy, and there's a path called the Seven Locks that takes you right to Drumpelli, a country park, doing that twice and back. So that's what I'd do when I'd finish work, because we couldn't do anything else, it was lockdown. So I was going to my work for 4 or 5 hours as a youth worker still. We were out there having soup and rolls to people, and then I had nothing else to do, so I was like, I'm going to continue this. I was supposed to fly out on the 1st of May, and I got a phone call 2 weeks before my flight was supposed to be due, and by this point they're like, oh no, you're coming, we're still, Rhode Island's welcoming guests, we're welcoming visitors, the camp's going ahead, and they're like, right, we're sorry to tell you, man, the governor of Rhode Island's cancelled everything, there's no camps going ahead, there's no flights coming in, you're fucked, we're really sorry, we need to refund you. All the money that you paid, I think I had paid £1,500 to go and actually work here. Like that, we need to give you a full refund. Your money will be back within a couple of months, pretty much.
But then again, it's like that's meant to happen that way.
Butterfly effect, mate. That's supposed to happen. So by that point, that was May. May had came, and I was like, right, fuck, what am I going to do here? I've got this money here. What am I going to do? And I was 6 stone down, probably, maybe even more than that. I need to go back and look, but probably close to 6-7 stone down by the time lockdown had finished.
Before you continue on the story, right, I know during the pandemic your dad had a wee incident abroad and it went viral and it was all over the news and stuff like that, because I remember watching it, and I know double well.
Aye.
And it's quite a comical story, so we can talk us through that before we continue, because it's good.
So literally that story, so my mum and dad were in Tenerife, and that was when I was in Georgia. So I didn't even know any of this was going on at the time, because we didn't have a phone signal. I was literally in the middle of the mountains in Georgia, and my mum and dad were in Tenerife, and they were supposed to come home on, say, the Thursday afternoon, and they went to the airport, and there was a sandstorm in Tenerife, so their flight got cancelled. So Jet2 sent them to a hotel for the Thursday night, and they got a flight home. They were supposed to get a flight home the Friday, and they woke up on the Friday morning with a letter through their door saying, by the way, somebody's tested positive for coronavirus in this hotel. The hotel's on lockdown. He's only going anywhere. We'll stay in your rooms. You're locked in. For the outside, there's nothing happening. So people probably seen it on the news. My dad's standing on the balcony with a bag of cans and his select tap. Just one of the first people for Scotland to be locked down officially, like in Tenerife. And I didn't have a Scooby, any of this was going on.
Aye, because it was on the news.
Aye.
I remember seeing it, and I'm thinking, no way, that's double.
Aye.
And I also remember, I think the media were in his house, and they were taking photos of him, and he was looking through the living room window.
Aye, so my dad was at the living room window, so I was literally choking to get home for Georgia, and I was choking my bed. The bed I had in Georgia was like a cereal box, and I was like, I can't wait to get my double bed. And my mum's phoned me as in the airport, by the way, we've been told we need to isolate for 2 weeks. I was like, how the fuck am I going to stay? But luckily, where my man and dad stay, it's a 4-in-1 block, so they're the bottom house. My sister Shawnee, she's the house upstairs. So I was like, right, okay, I'm staying with Shawnee for 2 weeks then. So I was coming out of my house and got work, like, how you still going to your work? Your man and dad in isolation? And I'm like, 'cause I'm not in fucking isolation, I've not been near them, I've not seen my man and dad in 2 weeks. I'd love to go in and see them and see the dog. And another part of that funny story, that impulsiveness, and I've got a really, really bad shopping habit, so I just love buying clothes. My dad made me a bet when I started losing weight, and he was like, right, if you can get down to 15 stone, I'll buy you whatever jacket you want, because I was like to him, oh, I want this jacket, man. I seen this jacket, I was like, I want this jacket. It was a Canada Goose jacket I seen, I was like, I want this jacket. So that was when I was 22 odd stone. He's like, if you get to 15 stone, I'll buy you whatever jacket you want. He was in Tenerife and he was in this shop and he seen this big lovely Stone Island trench coat. It's like the Canada Goose style, but it's a Stone Island coat. I've never seen anybody wear this jacket. And he phoned me, so he's like to me, Aidan, you're doing well. He's like, I'm going to say it, I've got a good deal here. He's like, it's €1,800 down to €1,000. I'm going to buy you it now, because the way you're going to be at 15 stone soon. So I think I was 17 stone, so I was 2 stone off it. I was like, you must be shitting yourself then. So then he's got home and he's fucking in isolation, and my jacket's sitting in the house and I can't get in to get it. So I'm sitting there for 2 weeks, I'm like, where the fuck's this jacket, man? I can't wait to get in and get it. So then they've got out and I've managed to get in and see them, get back to a bit of normality and get to work. And then that's when everything's kind of came in that we're back to a bit of normality through lockdown now.
So back to the story then, right? Where does the journey go for there then? Because you're continuing on the path, the weight loss, the graft.
So continuing on the path, Camp America, I've put a lump sum into my bank account, £1,500, and again, I was like to myself, could go on a wee shopping spree here. And it's that addictiveness. My mum and dad like to me, Aidan, do you think that's the best thing you could be doing now? Do you think you need to be going and buying new trainers, new jackets, new whatever? And I was like, nah. I was like, realisation, fucking dig deep here, Aidan. Love helping people. That's why I done my job. I loved helping young people. I was like, I'm going to better myself. I've helped myself do this. What am I going to spend this money on? And I went and done the online qualification to become a personal trainer. But my thinking wasn't, I'm going to become a personal trainer. It was, I'm going to help young people that are in my position, or maybe where I was, change their life. So I'm just going to use the money to go and get the qualification. But it's going to be a bit better for me because I've got the credentials for it. So I used that money to go and get my qualification. Push came to shove, I didn't really, like, lockdown hit, and see when it was that interactive learning where you're having to do sessions with young people on Zoom, and I was just like, the love fell away from me. It wasn't me anymore. I need to change this. I need to get I need something different. I need a new challenge in life. I can't be doing the same stuff daily anymore. I need to be having that different interaction with people. So when the gyms had finally opened back up in April, the year after, so I'd still been doing that. So I'd found out in the May that I wasn't going to Camp America. Still doing the full sort of lockdown stuff because we were locked down for nearly 2 years. This was in the November. I'd started the course and I'd finished by that point, actually, the November, I was 10 stone down. So like a year and a half, I was 10 stone down. I was like, fucking hell, man.
So you were starting to be unrecognisable to some people.
Unrecognisable, literally, mate. I was half the man I used to be. And it was a story that people bought into.
I remember watching your story online.
Aye, mate,
and it's inspirational, mate. And the great thing about it is you never stopped. So you continued on that path, and a lot of people going through like weight loss and stuff like that, but to do it at that excess is unreal. Like you said, half the man. I remember watching some of your stuff on social media and you were holding up like jackets or jumpers and it was basically half of it.
Literally, mate.
And the inspiring thing is that you're using that experience to help other people, so you start to properly put the career change together.
Aye.
Where does it go for there?
So when the career change happened, so like the November, this was November 2021. No, November 2020 was when I started the PT qualification. January came and I had finished all the coursework because I was still doing the youth work side of things. But online I was like, I'm not loving this anymore. Need to change it. What I had to do was I had to go to Liverpool in April, so the gyms were opening. And mate, it's funny because it just came up on my phone this morning. 3 years ago today was when I got my job working in the Pure Gym. So I had to go down to Liverpool and get qualified to do my exam to become like a qualified personal trainer. As soon as I qualified, I was like, right, this is my chance to change youth work. I love what I do. I wouldn't change what I done for the world, but I was like, I need to change. I had a big following on social media. No, I wouldn't say a big following. I was quite recognisable. The Glasgow Live done a story. There was an interview on the radio just about me losing weight, and there was people going, wait a minute man, this fucker's changed this. He's done what I need to be doing. So for me, I walked into Pure Gym on April 2021 as a fully booked personal trainer. Mad to think, like, a wee guy for the scheme has went for earning no minimum wage, it was living wage at St Paul's.
Basic jobs, basic
job,
like that.
Basic money, to trebling my income within the first month. Like, fuck, what happens here?
And it's amazing because it's not just about the income, it's about the work that you're
literally, mate,
that you're doing, because you're using your experience again, you're helping people, you're inspiring them, and so it just grew for there, didn't it?
Literally, mate, it grew arms and legs, and I've never seen it as I did this job for money. I do it because I've got this career because I love what I do. I don't see this as work. It's no anyone's of, fuck, I need to get up and go to work. It's, yes man, I get to get up and go to work. I get to get up and go and help people. I get to help people change their lives. I don't change people's lives, by all means. I don't do that. What I do is I give people the tools and I empower them to help them change their lives.
That's it, mate. And like you said earlier on, you can only guide people, and it's only them that can help themselves at the end of it. But it's amazing, mate. So I know you done a photo shoot, your very first photo shoot. Can you talk me through that?
So lost 10 stone, and I've got loose skin. Still have got it, but I was like, do you know what? There was a company I seen them doing it the year before, so they done it in the, what was this, 2024, 2023. So it was 2022, and they done a smaller version of it, and there was 150 people in this photo shoot that I done, and I was like, it was a company called MTN, and I was like, do you know what? Something, a 12-week dieting phase to then show your results at the end of it, where you would start on whatever you're comfortable in. For me, I was comfortable in a pair of boxers. I was proud of it. I'm still proud of it, what I've achieved. Fake tanning that on, loving the photo shoot. Literally stunning. And see if you go through Instagram, mate, the photos are there where you'll see it. That photo shoot allowed me to become who I'm of the day, what I do today, and just keep being better, because it brought me into it allowed me to get a new hobby and a new sort of passion for physique development and bodybuilding, because I went through this 12-week diet. I'd done big diets, like my diet's only 12 weeks, so fucking 12 months before. So I've never went through a full sort of gaining phase, the way we call it in bodybuilding terms, or a bulk. It's never like that. It's always just been fat loss. So that photo shoot that I done, it gave me a real sense of, it's something I'm proud of. It gave me that sense of achievement of, I've pushed myself further out my comfort zone with stunning with 150 other people. Bearing in mind, see the other 70 odd guys that were there, they were all fucking shredded to the bone, thick skin lean, like built like brick shit houses, and I'm just there, looked good, felt good, had a bit of loose skin, but I owned it. And for me, that took my business as well from there to there, because it allows me to be relatable. It allows me to be like, do you know what, find that fucking peace in your body, be comfortable with what you've got. If you want to go and stand on a beach at whatever weight you're, do it. Don't think what other people think of you. That's how my clients come to me, because I've been in the position they're in. I've been in their shoes, and you've got coaches all over the world that are top level, top class coaches, like for what results they get with fat loss and bodybuilding, but how many of them have been in the position I've been in where they can relate to a client the way I can relate, through the stress of all your pals are running about you having Chinese when you're sitting with a wee poxy tub of pasta and chicken and fucking passata, or your pals are going out for pints and you're taking the motor because you don't want to waste the calories, be feeling rough the next day and going, oh fuck, I've got goals to hit. It's that relatability more than anything else.
It's amazing, mate. So on that stage of your journey, you're starting to really gain popularity. You're inspiring so many. I know you also done a documentary on the BBC.
Mate, so the documentary was a year ago now, and it was a boy, Anton Danlook, from Love Island. So again, everybody knows what Love Island is. It's fucking people standing about and posers, basically.
Do you think I'll get a wee shot in Love Island? No, with
Mate.
this hair anyway.
My hell,
I think I'll need a nose job.
I need a hair transplant first. But I mate, literally it's that posers Instagram mentality. Like, they're all ripped to the bone. But I think Anton's story was when he was younger, he was a bit heavier, getting into bodybuilding, and he was the face for the documentary, but it was the people that were on the documentary stories when asking. So it was called Anton Danlook on body confidence or body positivity, and they done a bit about me, about how I own my loose skin, and like I said in the intro about my bodybuilding, with my loose skin, that's not aesthetically pleasing for a judge to look at. And the first thing I said to him on that, he asked me about, he's like, so you're wanting to get into bodybuilding, but what do you think about your loose skin? Do you think that will affect how you place as a competitor? And I said to him, mate, do you know something? I couldn't give a fuck what the judges think. I'm doing this for me. If I don't get a medal on that stage, I've got my medal. My medal is, that's my badge of honour. That wee bit of loose skin that I've got there is my badge of honour. But see now, see what the loose skin was last year when I did a documentary, and now it's fucking night and day. It's tightened up so much more because of how I've took the process of putting a bit of weight back on, building a bit more muscle, coming through a deeper dieting phase. But the documentary kind of showed a bit about what young people need to stop putting the pressure on themselves for what they're seeing on social media, and take the relax of how do you want to look, how do you want to feel, and that's what I was trying to put across. It didn't really, a lot of it get cut. They took what they wanted for it. Like I said, a whole lot more about how I work with my clients and stuff like that, but they've put what they want on TV, and it done well for them, so that's all they can take for it. Like, it was maybe getting shared on stories, and I was sharing it, and people were like, oh man, this is fucking amazing, you know, a documentary, but then I'm tagging the BBC in the documentary and they're no sharing my side of it.
But it's typical BBC. They just take what they want to take and then they put it on. That's what's going to happen.
Aye.
But moving on for there, right? So you never stop there. Again, inspiring not just a community, inspiring a full nation, social media. Everybody was watching it. I was watching it myself. You opened up your own gym.
Mate.
Talk me through that, because it's emotional and it's also very, very inspirational, mate.
Aye, so for me, like I said, Black Hill's where I've been born and bred, grew up, and I wish I had this when I was going through my journey. So in Black Hill there's a community centre called the Mollandina Community Centre, right, and it was run by Glasgow Life, and seeing as a wee guy, you were barred for it. They didn't want you in. Glasgow Life didn't want you in this building, so that's why we went to the youth club. But there was a good sized space in it as a gym that wasn't utilised at all. Thank fuck for COVID, Glasgow Life didn't have money and they wanted rid of the building. So then St Paul's, my old organisation that I worked for, they got a thing called Community Asset Transfers, where they took care of the running cost of the building. So they've now got that building. So it's now called SPYF Mollandina. So this has been in the pipeline for when I started a PT, like, oh, this building's going to be opening up if you want this as your gym. I was like, right, okay man, fucking butterfly effect, shit's meant to happen here. It was supposed to be me and two other boys that I worked with in Pure Gym, we were doing it. Things changed, one of them moved to Australia, still good pals with him, and it's no way he wants any grudges. It's worked out better for me, and we've all agreed that. The boys back training with me, working with me in the gym, and so that's how that came about. My gym is in the middle of Black Hill.
What's the name of it?
Diamond Cut Training Gym. So it's literally a community gym, mate. The ethos behind it is, it's what I wish I had when I was going through my journey. So see how I was saying about I went to Pure Gym with Under Armour on and a big bag of t-shirts because I felt uncomfortable that it was a big massive gym. Mate, Pure Gym Road Royston's got 8,000 members. See my gym, we've got 110 members. It's a fucking perfect number. It won't go anywhere above that. The max amount of people we have in the gym, anytime, between 10 and 11 people. You could easily have 30 odd in it, but we keep it that number so that it's comfortable for people. People can go in and train at their own, train how they want, train how they like, and feel comfortable in the community environment, so that if there's somebody that's not too sure on what they're doing in the gym, you've got somebody that's been in the gym for years talking to them and making them feel comfortable. You've got me there who I'm training with my clients, because I also do my one-to-ones in my gym as well as own the gym. I work in the gym. It just allows us all to bring everybody together in this one community. And it's not my gym, it's their gym. It's that sense of belonging. We've got a thing in it, and people always say, oh, how the fuck can you do this in the middle of Blackhill? In my office I've got a fridge, and in the fridge it's got, see your shaker you've got there, it's wee protein bars. That's for a local lassie that makes them, and we sell them in the gym. But it's not a case of I need to serve you them. They're in the fridge. And there's other ones, there's protein bars, protein tray bakes, water, protein water, and it's an honesty policy. So I've got a book sitting on top of the fridge where you go down, Jim King, 1 times protein bar, it's 150, 250, whatever you've had, whatever you've took, water, and you leave your money on top of the fridge. I'll then check it at the end of the night and go, that all looks about right.
You never told me that, Aidan, because
I was going to say that my protein bars are getting fucked now,
that old crime mindset. You know what I mean? I get 10 in my bag and I'm out the door.
Yeah,
I'm only kidding, but that's great that you can have that. And
that's it, it's because it's what we've built up as a community. People believe in it. They're bought into it, and it's that case of, see if you were to try and go to a gym and buy a day pass. So the gym where we are next door, a tenner for a day pass. See if you wanted to come. So you've got a day off, 1 day per week. Your membership for my gym's 15 quid a month. Middle of Blackhill, you're not getting a gym anywhere in Glasgow for that price, 15 quid a month. But especially in the middle of Blackhill, where it's riddled with deprivation and fucking poverty, it's a steal. But if you're out working, so you've got somebody going and try to cover all the rules, they can only get 1 day off a week. But they want to go and go for a wee session, they can go into the gym, instead of them paying 15 quid a month, they're going to use that once a week. So then they can get a day pass where it costs them £2.50. See the £2.50s that get put into that gym, it doesn't come to me, it gets put into a tin and it just goes back into the gym, buying new equipment, making sure we're constantly upgrading it, buying new stock for the fridge, buying cleaning supplies, getting somebody to clean the gym to make sure the gym's at a high standard, so that it is that sort of community in that, where that, see if you've looked at the 250, come in and use the gym stuff. I don't want to be like, oh, you're looking and shooting the money.
So it's a beautiful story, mate, and such a great service, because I've even had some of my own family members saying to me, oh, I'm joining up Aidan's gym, and
mate, I've got 4 of your family members in my gym.
You never told me that one.
But the mad thing, I was going to say, that's 60 quid in my pocket. No, but the mad thing is, like, your family members are my family members, because your dad's my godfather. It's mad, but like, your cousins are all, everybody knows everybody, so as well as them being in, they're all.
It's again synchronicities, mate. It's amazing. So moving on, I know you met your soulmate. Did you meet in the gym?
Aye, so me and Abby met in the gym. It wasn't in my gym. I fucking loved it to be in my gym. So funny story behind it was, in the middle of Pure Gym, and I'm not one of these guys that I'm business and personal life is separate. So I've got my own Instagram and my business Instagram. And I was in training legs, so it was a Monday, and I was on the squat rack, and I was just finished a set of squats, and I've looked at my shoulder, but just because you're the helpful guy I'm I've seen this lassie on the leg press, but she was trying to video her set, so she had her water bowl sitting there, and she was trying to set her phone up against it to video her set, and I could see her getting a bit flustered, so I walked there, I did, listen, do you want me to video that set for you? And she said, no, I'm alright.
Think you're a weirdo.
Think I'm a weirdo. And I turned around, alright, okay, and walked away. That's one thing I would never do, would never make anybody feel uncomfortable in my gym. I was like, headphones back on, that's me away. But something caught my eye and I was like, oh, she's fucking gorgeous, man. She's gorgeous. So I was like, right, didn't see her again after that. I didn't even go and speak to her, I didn't approach her, because again, professional, I've got all my clients there, we keep business and personally separate. So it came a couple of days down the line, and I've went onto my business page, Diamond Cut Training, Instagram, and it's this lass who's followed me. Her name on Instagram at the time was Fitness with Abs, or Abby Williams Fitness was her Instagram name. It's changed now. And I was like, who's this? Like, who is this? And I've clicked on the page and I've just seen the video with the leg press. I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, man. I was like, Lassie. I was like,
She's stalking you now?
I was like, Lassie for the other day. So I was like to myself, how the fuck she get my Instagram? No realising that I'm walking about Pure Gym with a hoodie on. It says Diamond Cut Training in the back of it. I fucking advertisement there. So I've followed back thinking that maybe she was looking for a PT or maybe she was looking for a coach, but nothing ever came of it. It was like a week down the line I'd see she'd be posting things on about the gym, so I knew she knew how to train, and she would just kind of, it was a bit of, she would post a video, I would like it now. You can like an Instagram story now. This is when this just came out. I'd like her story, I'd post a video, she would like her story. And I was like, this is getting a bit flirty now. So what's going on here? So I've messaged her and I was like, listen, I was like, I use this as a business page. This isn't a private page. I'm going to there's my personal page. If you want to give me a follow, just kind of have a conversation in that. So then waited a couple of days and fucking I've been pied, hadn't I? She didn't follow me or anything. I was like, oh fuck, here we go. So then I kept seeing her in the gym. I was like, fair dues, like maybe she's just no interest in my fair dues. So then she's came up and she started talking to me. She's like, listen, by the way, I wasn't being rude or anything. She was a midwife, so she was a student midwife, and she's like, I've just come off fucking full night shifts. I've not been on my phone. I'll give you a follow now. So I was like, no worries, like talking to her, and then just kept seeing her in the gym, back and forward, and I kept building up the courage. I was up and talking to her, Mel, seeing us, her and my pal, let's go up, having a bit of a how are you, and like, and then I gave her my number. So she was still constantly messaging my business page, and she'd followed my personal page, but it was like business page was the one that we would talk on. And I was like, listen, there's my number, it's a business page, I want to keep it separate. Again, 3 days later, I've got a text, how's things, it's happy. I was like, thank fuck my phone, I got this lassie's number. So then it came about when we were talking more and more, and I said, so I was like, listen, what are you doing today? It was a fucking lovely day. And she's like, nothing, I'm going to go up the gym. I was like, I'm in training, try to get a wee session together. So why no? So then she's phoned me and she's like, listen, she's like, I've just walked out my flat to go into my motor to get something and locked myself out the flat, and my motor keys are in the flat, I can't get in. I'm going to need to cancel. I was like, fuck, excuses man, here we go. I was like, that's her paying me off already. And I was like to her, if you know got a spare key, she's like, no, it's doing, and the place she was leasing the flat for, she's like, no, it's doing at Brigton. I was like, right, well, do you want me to come and get you for your flat, take you to Brigton to get a key and back to the flat to get a house key in? She's like, would you mind? Like, no, that's sound, that's a fucking yes,
He's
man,
your
here we go,
excuse.
gives me an excuse to go and see her. Done that anyway. And I was like, right, we'll go and get a session in, get a quick training session together, lovely day. And I had a couple of clients that night, but you know, it's like the weather came out and like, fucking, we're going out for a barbecue, we're not coming in, so they cancelled our sessions. I was like, listen, my sessions have just cancelled, have you got plans tonight? She's like, no, I was like, try to go a walk. So we walked down Kelvin Grove and that, and for there, fucking, that's how it became a thing that we just started.
Did you have your first kiss in there?
Mate, so
Do I get too personal here now, Aidan?
Nah, mate, funny story. So I didn't kiss her, out of respect. I just kind of, it was a merry that pal thing that I've just got a new lassie pal.
Because you're used to that.
I just used to thinking, but I was dragging her off at her flat, and she's ready to go to the motor, and I've went in for a kiss, and she's kind of just like, no brushed it off, but she didn't realise and go out the motor. So I said a joke, I was like, I mind I want to kiss you on that day after Kelvin Grove, and you pied me. But then no, we booked like kind of, I was like, listen, I was like, I really enjoyed the day, how'd you like it? She's like, no, it was amazing. I was like, well, try to do something again, like try. She's like, when you want to do something? I was like, well, this was like a Tuesday. I was like, I'm not doing it on Saturday. How about on Saturday, 23rd of July, we go and do something? She's like, that sounds good. So then first date, we took it to a wee place doing it Dumbarton Road called Down to Earth, and then we went on a nice big walk to Loch Lomond, because I'm not one of these guys that, oh, let's go on a date, let's go for dinner, let's go for a couple of cocktails and drinks. She's the same. The two of us don't drink. We like what we like. We like going out for a nice brunch. We like going out for a nice meal. but we love going for big fucking walks. So we went a nice big walk up to Balmaha, right along the seafront. But I met my missus in Pewdrum, and I said to her on that walk, I was like, here, see how 6 weeks ago when I asked you did you want me to film your leg press, what happened to you? She's like, I fancied you, and I didn't want to fuck it while you were watching, so I just said no. So that was the story. She was
So
like,
there you go.
aye,
So you never know people's feelings at the time, but
Aye.
such a beautiful story. And we spoke about it earlier. It's like when you're in a relationship like that, and the two of you have the same types of mindset, the same goals. That's how it works, and that's why when I called her your soulmate,
Aye.
because that's truly what she is.
proposed to my missus yesterday, so Abby is now my fiancée, she's not my girlfriend anymore. Getting back to that impulsiveness, so me and Abby got our first flat together in December, just there, and we've both been through this bodybuilding prep together, so it's been 27 weeks where we've been on prep together, together every single day, and it's that realisation of I couldn't do what I've done without her.
Talk me through the proposal, right?
Right.
So how long did you have it in your mind?
So I'd thought about it January, but I'd just paid my tax bill in January. So I was like, fuck man, I'm not in a position to go and buy a ring now. And then I was like, do you know what? I was a wee bit, not depressed, mate. I don't feel, I never get any depression or anything. But now that way, I just paid a fucking belter of tax bill. And I was like, would I need to chill me up here? So I said I was going to book a tour to go to New York. And she came in for a work that night, she said to me, try to book a holiday. So I was like, fuck it man, I just paid the tax bill, need to chill myself up. She was going to get a ring back in, but I was like, fuck it man, mum just went and booked a tour to go on holiday. So it's been kind of in the back of my mind.
Did you go to New York?
No, so we're going to Egypt in October.
Right.
We're going on a nice wee summer holiday, and we've got a family wedding in June, but then we're going to Egypt in October. So it was like I was wanting to book it to go in November, to go for Christmas this year and make it a nice big thing. And I was ready to book the flights. This sitting impulsiveness on my laptop, and she's like to me, literally I was going to book it that day, and she's come in that night like, oh, I think we should. So it just goes how our wavelength is. So I think we should book a holiday. I was like, oh, where are you thinking? She's like, somewhere hot. I was like, it's fucking New York round in. went into the travel agents the next day, and I was like, fuck it, there you go. Gave the woman my card and booked the 2 days to go to Egypt. Just paid for it. Just she deserves it. That's what he wants. She works hard. Abby's also a PT. She's a fully qualified midwife. She hated the job. She's now a trainee dental nurse, so she's fucking well skilled. But she gets up in the morning at 4:30, goes to the gym, does her cardio, goes and does her client, goes to her job, and then goes and does another client before she goes home. So I'm like, well, this lady's a fucking warrior. So over the last couple of weeks, it's been that realisation of I need to make this lassie I need to ask her to marry me.
So you've got the ring, right?
Yep.
I seen it on social media again,
Aye.
and it was dead strange because I was just thinking about you because we were prepping this episode, and it just flashed up on my screen, and I thought, no way, there he's proposing now.
Aye.
And so where did it happen?
So Mugdock Park, mate, one of the most romantic places it could imagine. I'm kidding. It's like just me and her. It's one of the things that
You just like it there.
It's like we like it. It's a nice wee walk we go. We used to go off this is Abby's second season in bodybuilding last year. We need to go and get the steps in. So Mugdock Park, you can get 10k steps right down that reservoir easy. So we'd always do a nice wee route. Now this year, our routine has been we stay at the Barrowlands. So we walk into the city centre along the Clydeside and get our 10k steps in. No bother. Obviously that's what our aim is to do. But I could easily finished a bodybuilding show and like that in front of everybody. Do you want to marry me? But that's no us. We've got this wee thing where we just like doing what we do. So I planned it with my coach, mate. Believe it or not, I got some good news from my accountant on Friday there. And I was like, do you know what? I said I'm going to buy a ring. So I had a laugh with my coach. I was like, I'm not buying Abby a ring. I'm buying my accountant a ring. And my coach was like, get that lassie a ring. She deserves it. And I was like, do you know what? You're fucking right, Calvin. So I went and bought a ring on Saturday. And impulsiveness proposed on Sunday because I couldn't wait. So the way I had to set it up was I've been vlogging my bodybuilding prep for the last 26 weeks. So I went onto my Instagram story and I was like, right, troops, cut a Q&As for me and Abby. What do you guys want to know about the last 26 weeks? So people were asking genuine questions about like your three most inspirational people. Somebody's like to me, do you actually enjoy the food you eat, or do you just eat it because you need to? And I'm like, literally being honest with these questions, but I had been into it and flung a couple of questions in myself, and then I got my coach to fling a question in. So then I'm like, right, troops, these aren't going to be done live on Instagram, this is going to be for the vlog, so that I could set all this up in my head, that how I was going to propose to her, because I knew what I wanted to do. So what we're walking through Mugdock Park, and on Saturday, mate, the sun was splitting the skies. It was a fucking belter of a day, man. I've checked my phone, the weather was to be the same. I was like, this is going to look good, man. This is going to be something to remember for 2 years. Woke up on Sunday morning, looked at the window, and it's absolutely pissing rain. I'm like, oh, here we go, man. She's like to me, do you want to go and get steps indoors somewhere? I'm like, fuck, man, this is going to get round here. I can't do this today. What we're going to do? 2 days, wee bit feeling bunged up with the cold. I was like, no, let's go and get fresh air, man. We'll stick with the plan, go to Murdoch Park and that. So we went, we're walking about, I've got the GoPro out and we're vlogging, I've got my mic on, she's got hers on, we're doing the questions. And mate, I can't hold the toilet. If I'm busting for a pee, I'm like, I need to go. So I was like, I'll be jumping behind this tree here. So it was obviously starting to get a bit of heavy rain. We were under this big tree, and I've went in the back of it and done a piss. It's romantic, innit? She's in the back, and I've put the camera down. I was like, right, we'll ask this. There's one more question before we get back to the motor. And as like Calvin said, he's like, do you see yourself spending the rest of your life with Abby? So that was the question that he set up, and she answered it. And I was like, and she's like, aye, so me and Aidan are planning to go to Australia. And I was like, fucking, she said something like, and I was like, aye, Abby just said, me and her plan to go to Australia. And she's made a wee joke. She's like, fuck's sake, man, he's going to get down on one knee. And I done that, fuck's sake, like, how did you know that? And she turned around and I went down on one knee and asked her to marry me, just in this wee trees. We're covered in trees, a wee lock behind us that just couldn't have worked out any better. So aye, mate, for us that was made it special, that there was no day about, and it was pretty much perfect how it went, how I imagined it and how I wanted it to go.
So I know you started getting involved in the bodybuilding scene, doing different shows. Can you talk me through that?
Aye, so obviously, like, referring back to that photo shoot, I was like, this is what I want to do. So I decided that I was going to get myself a proper coach, like a bodybuilding coach, and that's why me and Abby would do it together. So we went and done our first show last week. So when somebody says to you bodybuilding, when I say to my dad bodybuilding, the first thing is that, what, you're not going to go up on stage with these wee pants on, are you? I'm like, no, mine's is different. It's called physique. So men's physique is the sort of posing I do, and Abby's bikini, so it's that beach body sort of vibes. But it was like that next driving force for me of how I can take my physique to the next level, and how I can level myself up as a coach by working with a coach who's better than me and get more experience and knows how to handle me as a competitor, for me to then transfer that into my clients as well. So we went and done a show together on the 7th of April up in Aberdeen. It's called the Granite City Classic, and mate, you've just said it, see the confidence that I got out of that. So up in Aberdeen, fake tan on, get my shorts on, and you need to do a thing called an eye walk. So you go in, you hit a couple of poses to music at the stage. So the guys shouted me, he's like, right, number 28 from Glasgow, Aidan Diamond, training at Extreme Gym. And I went on, and the big guy, it was like Tyson Fury. He had a fucking big black and gold sort of Versace looking jacket and a top hat, put on some show. And he's like, ladies and gentlemen, what a fucking transformation this is. And I've known this guy's been on my Instagram. And I was like, wow, man, what a buzz, what a fucking confidence boost this is. So I went on, done my routine, went off the stage, and just see that when I walked off the stage, see the fucking sense of adrenaline that I had. Like, I've never been wanting to take drugs or anything, but that's what I imagine what drugs are like. Like that fucking,
it's that natural high.
That natural high, mate.
That glow.
Aye.
It's the same experience, like, with putting yourself in an uncomfortable position.
Aye. And
pushing yourself out your comfort zone, and then getting the rewards, mate, today, as you said, I think it's like dopamine, serotonin.
Mate, literally, it's everything today with your
drugs
natural
can't
hormones.
get near it.
You can't get near it. And So the first thing that I done 2 categories that day. So I done one with first timers and then one with open. So the open boys are all the boys that are on the steroids, and I'm natural. So again, it's that pushing myself to be better than that fucking I'm gonna dig. So what my plan is next is I've got a show on Saturday coming, so that's why I'm not able to take you up on any of the biscuits that you've been offering that I would love to take. But I've got a show on Saturday, and after this I'm going to go into a thing called an off season, and I'm going to fucking knuckle down, and I'm going to go back to that show in 2026 with a shitload more muscle, because I'm going to work with my same coach and go through this sort of prep together to go back and be better. And it's that addictive personality that, see now, this is my fucking sport. I don't play football anymore. This is what I want to do, because it's that drive to be better and that grit of it's physical development. It's I've got something to work towards here. Back at the start, my goal was Camp America. Now my goal is going back to that stage after that guy saying what a fucking transformation is. I didn't get a medal, I didn't place. I'm fucking taking a medal on Saturday, and I'm going to place on Saturday this one. But I'm going to go and take a medal at the next one, because they've seen my transformation. But they're going to go, what the fuck, man, do you remember that guy 2 years ago when he was here? Remember how confident he was on the stage? That's everybody that said to me, your posing was unreal, your confidence was unreal. The only thing that you lack, you've got a bit of skin. That's fine. Fill it with muscle and come back and fucking be better. So, that's fucking bodybuilding for you.
Inspirational, mate. So before we finish up on this episode, Aidan, if you have a message that you can send out to the audience, now is the time.
Literally, you can do whatever you want. You can go on holiday looking however you want. You can, but see if you're truly not happy with how you look, it's only you that can change it. And if you want to change it, I'm going to say it. It might sound big-headed and cocky, but I'm the guy that you want to help. I'm the guy that you want to help for to change your career, like to change where you are. I've been there, I've done it, and I know how to work with different clients and different sort of, but it's not populations. I know how to work with different people to make sure we get results, because I've got young boys as part of my coaching team that we're adding muscle to, because I've been there, I've done it. I've got females that we've helped drop shitloads of body fat. Not that I'm female, but I know how to drop shitloads of body fat myself, and it's just I know how to relate with people. So, if you want to change your life, then I'm the right coach that is going to be able to help you change your life. I'm not going to change your life for you. I'm going to help you change your life in terms of your physique, because if you look good, you feel good on the inside.
Brilliant, mate. Great message, and I want to thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me, Jim.
And I wish you all the success in the future. I know you're going to do even more great things, mate. So well done for that.
Thank you, mate.
Thank you.